Okay, good afternoon, class. Wamemute. Good afternoon, class. Na respond. Okay, so we are going to talk about internal construction and finishes. Our first subunit being internal walls. So, talking of internal walls, talking of internal walls, we have two types of internal walls. So walls can be constructed either by stone, bricks, or other elements. So we are going to start by the function of internal walls. So internal walls have their primary functions as to act as vertical divider of a roof of a floor space, and in so doing forms a story height and closing element. There are two basic design concepts for internal walls: those which accept the transmission of structural loads, and also the there are those that are load-bearing walls. These support the load-bearing walls. They support their own weight. So we are going to look at joints used in wall construction and internal walls. Provide the wall the joints provide an alternative or ties to mesh reinforcement in masonry bed joints. Even with reinforcement, lightweight blocks walls are mostly used for producing unsuitable shrinkage cracks. So we are still under internal walls. We are proceeding to partitions. Partitions are either are made in buildings. So we have internal partitions. These are vertical dividers which are used to separate the internal spaces of a building into rooms. Okay. So we have the load-bearing partitions. This can be constructed of bricks, blocks, or in situ concrete, or either natural stones. So in situ concrete, this is concrete that can be casted on site where the wall is to be constructed. That is the partition. So we are proceeding to non-load bearing partitions. There is a wide variety of methods available, making it difficult to classify the form of partition, but most can be placed into one of the three groups. So the three groups are masonry partitions, stud partitions, demountable partitions. So masonry partitions, these are partitions that are constructed by use of mass construction units such as bricks, blocks, and stones. But and also we have stud partitions. Stud partitions, these are partitions that are constructed in the building by use of steel, and they are screwed on the walls. Demountable partitions. These are partitions that are constructed somewhere else and then brought into site and mounted on the walls to form partitions. So we have finishes of the walls that maybe you have done partitioning of the building, so you have to finish the walls by plastering. So plaster, this is whereby a wet mixed material is applied onto walls, internal walls that is, as a finish to fill in any irregularities in the walls. This, so to make the surfaces smooth, we use We plaster to make the surface smooth and to decorate the surfaces. Okay, so having looked at the internal walls, I think that is the end of our lessons. Thank you for participating.